This figure 6.20 in which DE is parallel to OQ. So DE is parallel to OQ and DF is parallel to OR. So DF, this segment here, is parallel to OR. Using this, we have to show that EF is parallel to QR. So observe the segments EF and QR in the figure carefully. We have to show that these two segments are parallel. Okay, so let me first explain the reasoning we will use to solve this problem, and then we will write out the solution step by step. So first, we will consider triangle POQ, and in this triangle we will apply the basic proportionality theorem, BPT, because in this triangle DE, this segment, is parallel to OQ. So let me highlight DE in a different color. So DE is parallel to OQ. So we can apply the BPT and we can say that PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. Then we will consider triangle POR and we will apply the BPT to this triangle, because in this triangle we have DF, which is this segment. DF is parallel to OR. So applying the BPT to this triangle will give us PF by FR equal to PD by DO. So let's see what we've done so far. So first we will apply the BPT to POQ. That will give us PE by EQ equal to PD by DO. Then we will apply the BPT to POR, and that will give us PF by FR equal to PD by DO. So basically we will get PE by EQ equal to PF by FR, and this would mean that if we consider triangle PQR, the full triangle, in this triangle PE by EQ we will obtain as equal to PF by FR, which would mean that EF is parallel to QR by the converse of BPT, converse of the basic proportionality theorem. So this is the logic that we are going to use to solve this problem. And now let's write out the solution step by step. Okay, so first we consider triangle POQ. So in triangle POQ we have DE parallel to OQ. So this will mean which ratios will be equal. So PE by EQ will be equal to PD by DO, and the reason is BPT, and let's call this equation 1. Next we will consider triangle POR. So in triangle POR we have DF parallel to OR, and this means that PF by FR, this ratio, is equal to PD by DO. Again, this is using the BPT and we call this equation 2. Now if we compare equations 1 and 2, their RHS right hand sides, they are the same. We have PD by DO and PD by DO, and therefore their LHS will also be the same. So we can say that from 1 and 2 we must have the LHS of both equations equal. So PE by EQ equal to PF by FR. But this means if these two ratios are equal, this means that in triangle PQR, if you consider triangle PQR, EF is dividing PQ and PR in the same ratio, and this means that in triangle PQR, EF must be parallel to QR. And why? Well, this is what the converse of BPT, converse of basic proportionality theorem, says. So we had to prove that EF is parallel to QR. This is what we have done. And it says that in figure 6.21, this figure given to us here, A, B and C are points on OP, OQ and OR respectively, such that AB is parallel to PQ. So AB, this segment, is parallel to PQ, and AC is parallel to PR. So AC is parallel to PR. Okay. Now using this, we have to show that BC is parallel to QR. So observe the segments BC and QR in the figure, BC and QR. We have to show that these two segments are parallel. So here's the reasoning we will use to solve this problem. First, we will consider triangle OPQ and apply the BPT to triangle OPQ, since in this triangle, this segment AB is parallel to PQ. So applying the BPT will give us OB by BQ equal to OA by AP, correct? So observe the triangle carefully. OB by BQ we will get as equal to OA by AP. Then we will apply the BPT to triangle OPR. And why? Because in this triangle we have AC given as parallel to PR. So applying the BPT to this triangle will give us OC by CR equal to OA by AP. Okay, so let me summarize. From the first triangle, we will get OB by BQ equal to OA by AP. And then from the second triangle, we will get OC by CR equal to OA by AP. So both ratios, OB by BQ and OC by CR, are equal to OA by AP. So they will be equal to each other. So if we then consider triangle OQR and use the fact that in this triangle OB by BQ equal to OC by CR, this would mean that the segment BC is parallel to QR. So this is the logic that we will use. Now let's write out the solution step by step. Okay, so first we will consider triangle OPQ. So in triangle OPQ, we have AB parallel to PQ. This is given to us. So this would mean that AB divides OP and OQ into the same ratio. So OB by BQ will be equal to OA by AP, correct? So this is the basic proportionality theorem, and let's call this equation 1. Then let's consider the second triangle OPR and apply the BPT to this triangle. So in triangle OPR, AC is parallel to PR, and therefore we can apply the BPT. So doing that will give us OC by CR equal to OA by AP. Once again, this is using the BPT, and let's call this equation 2. And now we observe that in equations 1 and 2, the RHS is the same, OA by OP, and therefore we can say that the LHS will also be the same. So from 1 and 2, we can now conclude that OB by BQ will be equal to OC by CR. And if we now look at triangle OQR, and if we use the fact that OB by BQ equal to OC by CR, this means basically that BC divides BC divides OQ and OR proportionally in the same ratio, and therefore in triangle OQR, BC is parallel to QR, correct? And why can we say this? Well, this is basically the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. If a segment divides two sides of a triangle proportionally, then it is parallel to the third side. Okay, so third side. So this is basically the statement of the midpoint theorem, which is there in class 9. And that's what this part of the question says. Recall that you have proved it in class 9. Okay, so to solve this problem, let's first draw a figure for the situation. So let's draw a figure of any triangle. So this is the triangle I am going to use. Let's label the vertices A, B, C, and let's take the midpoint of side AB. So let's say this D point is the midpoint of AB. Now through D, let's draw a parallel to BC, intersecting AC at this point E. Okay, so we have drawn DE parallel to BC, and D is the midpoint of AB. So what we have to prove is that DE bisects the third side, or E is the midpoint of AC. So let's write all of this. So we are given that D is the midpoint of AB. That's one part of what we're given. And we are also given that DE is parallel to BC. And using this, we have to prove that, what do we have to prove? We have to prove that DE bisects AC, or E is the midpoint of AC. So this is what we have to prove. And we have to use theorem 6.1. We have to use the basic proportionality theorem to do this. Okay, so this is actually a very simple problem. Let's write out the proof now. So basically, we will use the fact that because DE is parallel to BC in triangle ABC, this means that DE will divide AB and AC in the same ratio. And what does that mean? It means that AD by DB, okay, AD by DB will be equal to AE by EC. So AD by DB equal to AE by EC. And this is the basic proportionality theorem. But AD and DB are equal because D is the midpoint of AB. And this means that AD by DB, this ratio, will simply be equal to 1. Correct? So from here, we can say that AE by EC must be equal to 1. And that's because AD is equal to DB. And now if AE by EC equal to 1, this means that AE is equal to EC, and therefore we have proven that E is the midpoint of AC. Because AE equal to EC, E divides AC into two equal parts, so E is the midpoint of AC. So with this, we have completed our proof of question number 7. CERT textbook. Prove that the line joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. So this statement is basically the statement of the converse of the midpoint theorem, which you must have studied in class 9. And that's what this part of the question says. Recall that you have done it in class 9. Okay, so let's first draw a figure for this given situation. So let's draw any arbitrary triangle and let's label the vertices. So let's say this is A, B and C. Now we have to draw the line joining the midpoints of any two sides. So let's say that this point here D is the midpoint of AB and this point here E is the midpoint of AC. Okay, so I'm going to make these markers for this purpose. Now let's join D and E, the two midpoints. So we have to prove that this segment DE, this is parallel to the third side BC. And the logic to do this is very simple. The logic to prove this is very simple. We will just calculate the ratio of AD and DB, which will be 1 because both of them are equal. Similarly, if we calculate the ratio AE is to EC, that is also equal to 1 because E is the midpoint of AC. So AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, and therefore this segment DE must be parallel to BC by the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. Okay, so let's write out this reasoning as a proper solution step by step. So we are given that D is the midpoint of AB and E is the midpoint of AC. So this is what we're given, and using this we have to prove, using the converse of the basic proportionality theorem, we have to prove that DE is parallel to BC. Okay, and the reasoning that I described, now let's write it as a proof. So AD is equal to DB because D is the midpoint, and this means that the ratio AD by dB, this is equal to 1. Correct? Similarly, AE is equal to EC because E is the midpoint of AC, and this means that AE by EC is equal to 1. So if you look at these two ratios now, AD by dB and AE by EC, we find that both of them are equal. So AD by dB is equal to AE by EC, and therefore we can say that DE is parallel to BC by the converse of the midpoint theorem, converse of the basic proportionality theorem, right? Because DE divides AB and AC in the same ratio, therefore DE must be parallel to BC. So this is what we had to prove, D parallel to BC, and with this we have completed question number 8. D is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC and its diagonals intersect each other at the point O. So here's a figure that I've drawn of a trapezium ABCD in which AB is parallel to DC and the diagonals AC and BD, they intersect at O. We have to show that AO by BO, observe this ratio carefully in the figure, AO by BO is equal to CO by DO. So this is what we have to prove. So first I will talk about the reasoning we will use to solve this problem, and then we will write out the solution step by step. Okay, so what we will do is through the point O, through this point of intersection O, we will draw a line which is parallel to AB and DC. So as you can see in this figure, this line intersects AD at E and BC at F. Then we will consider triangle ABC, this triangle, and in this triangle we will apply the basic proportionality theorem. And why can we apply the basic proportionality theorem? Well, because OF, this segment, this is parallel to AB, so we can apply the basic proportionality theorem, and we can say that AO by CO, so AO by CO, this segment, is equal to BF by CF. Correct? So by applying the basic proportionality theorem to this triangle, we can say that AO by CO is equal to BF by CF. Then similarly, we will consider triangle BCD, and in this triangle also we can apply the basic proportionality theorem because OF is parallel to DC as well, and applying the BPT in this triangle will give us BO by DO is equal to BF by CF. So let me summarize what I have, the logic that I have described. So in the first triangle ABC, we will get AO by CO equal to BF by CF, and then in the second triangle we will get BO by DO is equal to BF by CF. So what we will obtain is AO by CO and BO by DO, both ratios will be equal, and from there we can obtain this final result that we want, that AO by BO equal to CO by DO. So let's write out this reasoning step by step. Okay, so first we will consider triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC we have OF parallel to AB, and therefore we can say using the BPT that AO by CO is equal to BF by CF. The reason is basic proportionality theorem, and let's call this equation 1. Then let's consider triangle BCD, this triangle. So in triangle BCD we have OF parallel to the other side of the trapezium, DC, and therefore in this case we get BO by DO equal to BF by CF. Once again, this is using the BPT, and let's call this equation 2. So if we look at equations 1 and 2, the RHS in both equations, the RHS is the same, and therefore we can equate the LHS. So we can say from 1 and 2, we can say that the LHS ratios are equal. So AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. But what we really want is AO by BO and CO by DO. But that's easy to do. Just cross multiply CO to the right side and bring BO into the denominator on the left side, and that will give you the desired result. So you will get AO by BO equal to CO by DO, and this is what we had to, this equality of ratios is what we had to prove. So this completes question number 9.
To learn more about how Cuemath,
the diagonals of a quadrilateral ABCD intersect each other at the point O such that AO by BO is equal to CO by DO. So here's a figure that I've drawn for this information. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which the diagonals AC and BD, they intersect at O, and we are told that the ratios AO by BO and CO by DO, they are equal. We have to show that the quadrilateral ABCD must be a trapezium. Although you can see that I have deliberately drawn ABCD to not look like a trapezium. Okay, so this problem is basically the converse of the previous problem of this exercise, the question number 9. If you have not done that problem, I would recommend that you first go through that problem before you proceed in this one. In that problem, we were given that ABCD is a trapezium, and we had ABCD is a trapezium with AB parallel to DC, and we had to prove this equality of ratios, that AO by BO equal to CO by DO. In this problem, it is the other way around. We are given this equality of ratios, AO by BO equal to CO by DO, and we have to prove that ABCD is a trapezium. So we will prove that AB must be parallel to DC. This is what we will prove. Okay, so here's what we will do. So this equality that is given to us, AO by BO equal to CO by DO, we will first write it as AO by CO equal to BO by DO. So what we have done is simply exchange BO and CO, cross multiply to get this, and let's label this as equation number 1. Now what we will do is we will draw a parallel line through the point of intersection O. Okay, so we will draw this line which is parallel to AB, and you can see that it intersects AD at E and BC at F. Now what we will do is we will consider the triangle ABC. In this triangle, we can apply the basic proportionality theorem. And why is that? Well, because OF will be, let me highlight it in a different color, OF will be parallel to AB. So we can apply the basic proportionality theorem, and using that we can say that AO by CO will be equal to BF by CF. Okay, then what we will do is we will consider the triangle BDC. Now in this triangle, we are not sure that OF is parallel to DC or not, but we will make use of the fact that from the previous triangle we showed that AO by CO is equal to BF by CF, but we also know that AO by CO is equal to BO by DO. So in this triangle we will basically get the result that BO by DO is equal to BF by CF, and from here we can then apply the converse of BPT and say that OF must be parallel to DC. So if OF is parallel to AB and OF is also parallel to DC, then AB and DC will be parallel to each other, and therefore ABCD will be a trapezium. So this is the logic we are going to use. I'm now going to write it out step by step as a proper solution. Okay, so let's first consider triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC, OF is parallel to AB, because this is the way we have drawn this line EF, and therefore we can say that AO by CO is equal to BF by CF, and this is using the basic proportionality theorem, and let's call this equation 2. Okay, now if we compare equations 1 and 2, in equation 1 we have the LHS as AO by CO, in equation 2 we have the LHS as AO by CO again, and this means that the RHS in the two equations will be equal. So from 1 and 2 we can now say that BO by DO is equal to BF by CF. Now if we use this equality of ratios in triangle BOC, if BO by DO is equal to BF by CF, this immediately tells us that OF, because it divides BD and BC in the same ratio, OF must be parallel to DC. And what is the result? What is the property that allows us to say this, the theorem that allows us to say this? Well, this is the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. Okay, and finally, if OF is parallel to DC, then we can say that AB must also be parallel to DC, and that's because AB is parallel to OF as well. So two lines which are parallel to a third line will be parallel to each other as well. So we have concluded that AB is parallel to DC, and this means that ABCD is a trapezium. This is what we had to prove. ABCD is a trapezium. So that completes our proof for question number 10.
To learn more about how Cuemath can help you